In the aftermath of war, in the ashes of a fallen order, a decision was made that would shape the destiny of the galaxy. A decision that made absolutely no sense. The Jedi were scattered, hunted. Few remained who could be trusted. Among them, Master Yoda, General Obi-Wan Kenobi, Senator Bail Organa, 3 survivors standing in the ruins of their shattered temple. 2 infants cradled in their arms, children of the Chosen One. The stakes could not have been higher. Obi-Wan spoke first, his voice edged with fear and urgency. "We must hide the boy. If Anakin finds him, he'll kill him, or worse." Master Yoda, ancient and unshaken, simply nodded. "Hide him, we must." "Clever, our hiding must be—" Obi-Wan leaned forward. "Exactly. Remote planet, new name, obscurity, isolation." But Yoda shook his head. "No. Take him. To Anakin's home planet." The room froze. The idea hung there like a bad smell. Obi-Wan blinked, certain he had misheard. "Come again?" "Tatooine," Yoda said, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. "Hot, dry, annoying, hates it, Anakin does." Bail Organa raised a skeptical eyebrow. "Isn't that where his mother was enslaved?" Yoda's eyes gleamed. "Exactly. Emotional trauma, strong it is. Never return. He will—" Obi-Wan stared. He pinched the bridge of his nose. He inhaled slowly. "All right, fine, but we'll change the boy's name. Lars, anything but Skywalker." Yoda smiled, inscrutable. "No. Skywalker, he shall remain." The silence was deafening. Obi-Wan stared at him like he'd grown a second head. "Master—" "That's literally his father's last name." "Yes," Yoda said simply. "So obvious it is that invisible he will become—" Bail Organa leaned back and chuckled. "That's either completely insane or absolute genius." Yoda shrugged. "Same, those often are." In the Force, a familiar voice chuckled softly. Qui-Gon Jinn's ghost, ever meddling. "He's not wrong." Obi-Wan shook his head in despair. "So be it. I'll take the boy to Tatooine, raise him near Anakin's family, on Anakin's home planet, under Anakin's last name. What could possibly go wrong?" But Yoda was not finished. "Also," he said thoughtfully, "twin sister, he has—" The group stiffened. In the chaos and bloodshed they had almost forgotten. Obi-Wan's voice dropped to a whisper. "What do we do with her?" Bail Organa stepped forward, his voice strong. "I will take her. My wife and I have always wanted a daughter." Obi-Wan eyed him skeptically. "Are you certain? Raising a Force-sensitive child is no small task." Bail smiled. "We have a palace, private security, royal tutors, a fleet of ships, banquets every week. We can handle a baby." Yoda nodded in approval. "Better benefits she will have. Good dental plan, good schools, heated floors." Obi-Wan narrowed his eyes. "And Luke?" Yoda's face brightened. "Sand. Sand," Obi-Wan repeated, hollow. "Yes," Yoda said, completely serious. "Builds character, it does—" Bail Organa let out a slow, incredulous breath. "Let me get this straight. Leia gets a throne, private tutors, military guards, a feast every night. Luke gets a bucket of sand and a sunburn." Yoda simply smiled. "Balance to the Force, both will bring—" Obi-Wan gathered the 2 sleeping infants into his arms, muttering under his breath. "Balance, sure. One gets air conditioning, one gets heat stroke." Thus, their fates were sealed. Leia Organa would grow into a leader of planets, bold and brilliant, born of privilege but hardened by purpose. Luke Skywalker would grow into a farm boy who knew only sweat, survival, and an endless war with sand. It was madness, it was desperation, it was Jedi planning at its finest. And somehow, against all odds, it worked. Because sometimes to save a galaxy you do not need perfection. You need pain, grit, and just enough trauma to make a hero. Thus began the story of the twins who would restore balance to the Force and prove that even the worst plan can sometimes become destiny.